Hi, good afternoon. You've reached Dr. Mark from Total Chiropractic, and today I want to talk to you a little about 5 things that you may not know about your back. Back pain is a major health issue, and it affects 84% of the working population at some point of their life. It is the second most common cause for missed days at work. But back pain doesn't have to hijack your sick days. Here's some useful tips that will help you when you're having some back issues. So the first one let's talk about is resting your back versus being active. Quite often when you have a back injury, people tell you to rest, stay as sedentary as you can. And quite frankly, this can sometimes be the worst thing you can do when you've got a minor back injury. Staying active will help get you moving and help your back heal better. Just be careful not to overexert yourself. If any activities that you're doing while you're experiencing this causes you pain, you're doing too much. Keep that in mind, but it is good to be as active as we can. The next thing I want to talk about is herniated disc. We hear a lot about herniated discs and a lot of myths and facts. So first of all, there's 24 vertebrae in your spine that stack one on top of each other. In between each of these vertebrae, there's what's called a disc, and it provides cushion in between these vertebrae so that we can walk, jump, twist, and bend. When there's injury or instability in an area, what can happen is one of these discs, the inner layer can actually bulge out through, and it can actually put pressure on a nerve, which can be quite painful. And quite often, again, people tell you be as inactive as you can, and that can be the worst thing that you could do when you've got a herniated disc. You want to keep moving. You want to be as active as you can. The more you're moving around, the better your back can heal itself. But again, be cautious not to overexert. If any activities you do cause pain, you're doing too much. The next thing I want to talk about is another controversy, using heat versus cold for injuries. And quite often people want to use heat. Heat feels much better, and I agree 100%. But in the very beginning, in the first 48 to 72 hours, you're much better off to use ice than heat. If you use heat during an acute injury in the first 48 to 72 hours, it will bring more warmth and cause more inflammation and make you stiffer, and it will actually make it harder for the injury to heal. Using ice will actually draw the inflammation out and get you moving a lot quicker. So after the 72 hours of your injury, you're okay to use heat, but for the first 48 to 72, I strongly recommend that you use ice. Let's talk about massages as well too. When people have a back injury, the first thing they want to do is book in for massage as quickly as they can. And although sometimes massage can be helpful, sometimes this can be more harmful when we have back pain. And the reason why is because sometimes the reasons your muscles are in spasm is because there may be an instability or weakness in one area of your back. And the muscles are in spasm for a reason. They're there to protect that injury so that it won't make it worse. If you get a massage during that time, it'll loosen up those muscles and can make that injury more susceptible for injury. So make sure you're assessed properly to decide if a massage can be helpful or harmful at those stages. And the last thing I want to talk about is back pain and aging. And it's no doubt that as we get older, our backs, we seem to experience more back pain. But with all the research and technology and advanced treatment methods these days, you don't have to have back pain as a regular part of your aging process. This is time for you to enjoy life. If you're experiencing pain, please seek out a chiropractor so he can do a proper assessment and make out a plan to actually help you out. Thank you for your time, and have a wonderful day.